Managing user and group properties in Azure Active Directory, Azure AD, allows administrators to maintain a consistent and secure identity environment. This topic builds upon the creation of users and groups, focusing on modifying existing attributes such as display names, roles, and licensing details. With precise configuration, organizations can ensure proper resource access, compliance with security requirements, and streamlined collaboration. Key areas include updating user details, adjusting passwords, and assigning necessary roles. By leveraging Portal, PowerShell, or Azure CLI options, administrators can efficiently personalize and manage large numbers of identities. Such practices form a vital foundation for identity governance. In Azure AD, each user account has associated attributes, including user principal name, UPN, email address, job title, and department. Administrators can modify these properties to maintain accuracy or align with organizational changes. The Azure portal offers a straightforward method for editing basic fields, while PowerShell and CLI methods enable bulk updates or automation. Effective management of these attributes helps ensure correct routing of emails and consistent user experiences across Microsoft 365 apps. Additionally, administrators can apply mandatory fields such as multi-factor authentication, MFA, settings, increasing security while preserving seamless user access to cloud resources. In Azure AD, groups offer a structured way to manage sets of users who share common access or permissions. Security groups control access to resources, while Microsoft 365 groups provide collaboration features like shared mailboxes, document libraries, and more. The choice of group type depends on organizational needs, project collaboration, or security policies. Understanding these distinctions helps align group functionality with department structures or cross-functional teams. Administrators should also consider dynamic membership, which automatically adds or removes members based on rule-based conditions. Such classification and membership models can significantly simplify authorization and reduce administrative overhead. Dynamic membership rules in Azure AD can automate group membership by evaluating user attributes such as location, job title, or department. Once established, these rules ensure new users meeting the defined criteria are immediately granted appropriate access, streamlining onboarding processes. Administrators can create these rules in the Azure portal or programmatically via PowerShell. This approach reduces manual intervention, lowers the risk of permission errors, and keeps group rosters up to date. When configuring dynamic membership, careful planning is essential to avoid conflicts and ensure alignment with corporate policies. Conditions may be nested, providing granular control over membership logic. In Azure AD, group owners are individuals responsible for overseeing membership changes and group-wide settings. They can add or remove members, modify group properties, and, in some cases, delegate ownership to others. Assigning multiple owners can enhance resilience, ensuring that critical groups remain accessible in case a primary owner's account is disabled or removed. While group owners can manage day-to-day membership tasks, administrators retain overarching control and can revert changes if necessary. Properly established ownership also clarifies responsibilities, fosters accountability, and encourages efficient management of collective access requirements across departments or project initiatives. In Azure AD, roles enable administrators to grant specific privileges to users or groups responsible for identity management tasks. By delegating roles like user administrator or group administrator, organizations can distribute workload while maintaining oversight. Each role has distinct permissions, such as resetting passwords, creating groups, or configuring MFA requirements. Assigning roles to groups allows simpler management. Adding a user to a designated group automatically confers associated privileges. This structure fosters clarity around responsibilities and ensures that only authorized personnel can make changes to critical identity configurations. Careful role assignment helps maintain security and prevents inadvertent access escalations. The Azure portal provides a graphical interface for administrators to update user properties, such as display name, username, job title, and manager fields. After selecting a specific user, administrators can modify these details and save the changes. This method suits smaller environments or scenarios requiring rapid individual updates. Additionally, the portal allows quick assignment of roles or licenses, ensuring users have the necessary permissions and access to relevant services. Although this interface is user-friendly, organizations with extensive user bases may prefer scripted methods for bulk updates, ensuring consistency and efficiency while reducing manual input errors. PowerShell is a powerful scripting language for automating user and group property updates. Through the Azure Active Directory PowerShell module, administrators can import user data from CSV files, modify properties such as department or usage location, and apply updates en masse. This approach saves time when working with large directories, maintains consistency, and can integrate with scheduling or orchestration tools for periodic updates. Administrators may also combine PowerShell scripts with other automation frameworks to streamline repetitive tasks. Robust logging within scripts ensures transparency, allowing teams to track changes and quickly identify issues in complex identity environments. In addition to user properties, administrators can utilize PowerShell to update group attributes, manage membership, and configure settings like whether the group is mail-enabled or security-focused. By defining scripts, bulk operations become more manageable, especially when controlling memberships or assigning owners to multiple groups. Administrators can run these scripts on a scheduled basis, ensuring continuous alignment with organizational changes. This programmatic approach also allows quick reversals if issues arise, by reverting to previous configurations stored in version scripts. As a result, PowerShell-driven management is invaluable for maintaining large or frequently changing group structures in Azure AD. Administrators can also leverage the Azure Command Line Interface, CLI, to conduct user and group property management tasks. The Azure CLI, which operates cross-platform, can retrieve user accounts, set properties, and adjust group configurations via simple commands. This approach is beneficial for those familiar with command line environments or for integrating scripts within CI/CD pipelines. By utilizing service principals and secure authentication methods, administrators can execute updates without requiring interactive logins, promoting continuous and automated identity governance. The CLI's JSON-based output further simplifies data manipulation, enabling quick filtering, transformation, and reporting of identity attributes within Azure environments. Azure AD's Self-Service Password Reset (SSPR) feature allows users to reset or change their passwords without direct administrator intervention. Administrators can configure password reset policies, such as mandatory MFA for verification, ensuring that only authorized users make modifications to their accounts. Storing relevant contact methods in user properties, such as phone numbers or alternative email addresses, is essential for successful SSPR deployment. By enabling SSPR, organizations reduce help desk workloads and improve user experience, empowering employees to quickly regain access to corporate resources. Proper oversight ensures SSPR aligns with security requirements, including password complexity and usage location restrictions. The Manager field in Azure AD User Properties establishes organizational hierarchies and can influence features like dynamic group memberships or approval workflows in Microsoft Power Automate. Administrators update the Manager field using the Azure Portal, PowerShell, or the CLI. This relationship fosters clarity in organizational charts and automation scenarios. By accurately reflecting management chains, administrators can design policies that propagate to subordinate users, automating license assignments or device policies. Regular reviews of Manager fields are essential, especially after personnel changes, to ensure that system-driven processes remain aligned with actual reporting structures across the organization. Assigning licenses to user accounts in Azure AD ensures they can access Microsoft 365 or other SaaS applications. Administrators can configure licenses individually through the portal or automate bulk assignments using group-based licensing. With group-based licensing, membership changes automatically add or remove service entitlements, reducing manual oversight. Adjusting license properties helps organizations tailor service levels based on departmental needs or employee roles. Monitoring license usage is vital to avoid over-licensing or compliance issues. By combining license management with user attributes, administrators can efficiently allocate resources and track service adoption through Azure AD's reporting capabilities. Azure AD supports the extension schema, allowing organizations to store additional attributes beyond standard fields. These custom attributes might include employee IDs, cost centers, or specialized role indicators. Administrators can create and populate extension attributes via the Graph API, PowerShell, or directory synchronization from on-premises Active Directory. Once defined, these attributes can serve as dynamic membership criteria or appear in access control logic. Proper documentation and naming schemes are important to maintain clarity and avoid conflicts between multiple departments or systems. Inclusion of customized attributes significantly expands the possibilities for targeted identity governance and reporting. Organizations with on-premises Active Directory often use Azure AD Connect to synchronize user and group properties to the cloud. This tool ensures consistency, enabling a hybrid environment where changes in one directory propagate to the other. Administrators can configure filtering rules to control which objects sync and attribute mapping to maintain alignment between on-premises and cloud fields. Ensuring accurate synchronization helps organizations unify access management across local and Azure-based resources. Regular maintenance tasks include verifying sync health, updating AD Connect versions, and handling collision or duplicate attributes. Such diligence fosters a well-integrated identity framework in hybrid scenarios. Managing user and group properties in Azure AD carries inherent security implications, as inaccurate configurations can expose corporate assets or disrupt access. Departments or IT owners require clear policies defining who can modify or view sensitive attributes. Role-based access control helps maintain oversight, permitting only designated individuals to manage identities and ensuring an audit trail for every change. Additionally, implementing conditional access policies, MFA enforcement, and naming conventions can reduce the risk of unauthorized changes. By aligning user and group property management with security best practices, organizations better protect critical data and maintain a robust identity posture. Integrating Azure AD with Microsoft Power Automate or third-party workflow tools allows administrators to design processes for tasks like manager approvals or ticket-based updates. For instance, a user's department change might trigger an automated request for the manager's confirmation before updating group memberships. Administrators can also incorporate notifications via email or Microsoft Teams to keep stakeholders informed. By digitizing these workflows, organizations ensure consistent compliance, reduce manual intervention, and maintain clear records of each change. Automations can also enforce mandatory reviews or multi-level approvals, reinforcing security and accountability when dealing with critical identity changes. When managing user and group properties, administrators may encounter synchronization failures, attribute conflicts, or role misconfigurations. Common causes include malformed user principal names, mismatched attributes between on-premises AD and Azure AD, or insufficient permissions. Basic troubleshooting steps involve reviewing audit logs, ensuring the Azure AD Connect agent is healthy, and verifying all relevant DNS entries. PowerShell or CLI queries can also reveal inconsistencies in user data. In some cases, support tickets or advanced diagnostics may be necessary to isolate underlying glitches. A proactive approach with health checks and thorough monitoring minimizes disruption to daily operations. Azure AD offers auditing features that track changes to user and group properties, including who made a modification and when. Administrators can review these logs via the Azure portal or export them to external systems for deeper analysis. Aggregating data within Azure Monitor or Security Information and Event Management (SIEM) solution helps detect anomalies and ensures compliance with regulatory requirements. Reports can detail license allocations, membership changes, or sign-in activity, aiding in governance decisions. By regularly reviewing updates and membership adjustments, organizations maintain transparency, simplify audits, and rapidly identify any unauthorized alterations to identity data. Practical strategies for managing user and group properties include establishing naming conventions for accounts and groups, providing clearly defined roles and responsibilities, and automating bulk updates through scripts. Utilizing dynamic membership rules can minimize manual oversight while aligning access with organizational changes. Continuous training of administrators ensures proficiency with portal interfaces, PowerShell, and CLI workflows. Organizations should also periodically reevaluate group memberships to retire outdated structures or remove unused accounts. Incorporating robust monitoring and regular logs review will further strengthen identity management practices. Over time, these measures foster a secure, organized, and efficient Azure AD environment.